Tolly, starting on the upper. Now, this upper came to me, sorry about the lighting, I still haven't got that light overhead, assembled. So, the door was on. We'll have to clean everything before we put it all together. I had to use this to modify my upper vice block. And you can, if you've ever seen one of these, you'll know that it's heavily modified. But it had to be done. So now, it's an upper vice block for a ATI polymer lower. But that's all there is to it. I'm going to give it a quick clean. I want to clean out these threads and stuff before I put the barrel on and the barrel nut and all of that happiness. And the barrel nut and stuff is still on the lower, or on the handguard, so I'll take all that off so I don't have to dink around with it later. But I'll be back soon. Even worse. There's holes here, and there is a hole behind it into the receiver for your gas tube to go in. Gas tube. So I apologize for this bad lighting. It's worse on camera than it is in person. A couple things, see if I can do this a little bit better. Nope, that didn't help at all, did it? Anyway, I'm going to take my armorer's tool and I'm just going to snug this up good. And I will snug that to 30 foot-pounds. And we're going to do that 3 times. And if you're wondering what that's for, is the aluminum threads will stretch a little bit. Once more. Now, I'm going to reset the torque wrench to, right where I can see it, to 35 pounds. That is the minimum. You can go as high as 80. But the reason for that is you can get one of these holes to line up. So, there's 35. And just see if we're very, very close. Now I don't normally use a torque wrench on this part. We're going to crank it up to 50. If I can find it. $80 is the max, so I don't want to get anywhere near that. I don't need to go to 50. But I want this hole to line up perfect. Grab a light so I can see a little bit better there. Move a little farther. And there we go. I couldn't ask for better. There are tools that you can use to help you line that up. I find that just using the gas tube works just fine for me. I haven't had any issues ever with it. So, that part's done. We have our nut here that needs to go on. And then I'll put this part on, and I'll be back. Hopefully that's a little better lighting. My nut is, I did torque it to 50 foot-pounds, and it is still just fine, so I'm not too worried about it. Oops. Helps to put it on the right direction. This screws on. I've screwed that nut all the way against the vice box. And you need to line up your rail. So right there is where that's lined up. Now, this end of the armorer's tool has a little pin here, and that is for tightening this nut because of the way it's built. Of course, it's not exactly right. Uh-oh. The rail moved a little. Anyway, you get the idea. This is not the perfect tool for this. I should just make a spanner wrench for it, but it is what it is. It's what I've got right now. I've never done a free float handguard before. I've always done the delta ring. So I'm going to loosen that up. I'm not going to bore you with that. Realign things just that little bit. Alright. There is the hole. This lighting has got there's a hole right here on the gas block that takes this itty bitty teeny weeny roll pin, and that roll pin has to line up with that little hole in the gas tube. When you look at the gas tube, it's got a contour to it, so you want the lift to go up. And you got to make sure that this hole lines up with the hole inside. You know, I got to set some stuff up here. I'm just going to put this together, make sure everything's lined up, and I'll be back. Pain in the butt that it can be, it's in. And blow in the end. And you can plug this hole and make sure you're not blowing air through it, and you're good. We'll run her, maybe a little here. We'll slide it up the barrel now. And I usually just try to keep things aligned. And that's really about what you need to do. And this is a low profile gas block. If I get the right wrench here. And it's got 2 set screws on the bottom. That is not the right wrench. This one up maybe? Let's take it back out, we can make sure. Yep. We'll just screw back in. When I tighten these, I tighten one, just snug it up, snug up the other one. Go back here, do the same again. And I'll just snug them up a little each until I feel comfortable with it. I'm sure there's supposed to be some kind of torque spec for it, but tight, because you don't want that gas block moving. And now we can put the handguard on. And there are 8 screws that go around and screw into it from this block into the handguard itself. So I'm going to get those put in, and then we'll get on to putting our muzzle device on. Hopefully I don't need to find a shim, so I'll be back. The muzzle device that I've got is nothing real fancy. There's 2 holes here that go straight up, and the others will be out to the sides. There's no flats on this. It's pretty solid steel and it's pretty heavy duty, so I think I'm going to just stick a screwdriver through and try to snug it up real good, at least till these top holes are on the top. If I can't get them to line up, I'll have to do something else. Kind of a long ways to go too. But that crush washer is made to squish down. And I just kind of eyeballed that. there you go. The crush washer is a little off in size, I think. But that's how she works. We're ready to take this out of the vise block. And I'll move the camera and we'll take a better look at the completed upper. Well, nearly completed. We just got to slip the bolt in. So I'll be back in a minute. Well, let's put the change my vise block out to the lower vise block, magwell vise block. Let's get it upper. This one's gonna make me feel bad here. Back pin went through. Figured it out. Now, had I been more experienced with these free float handguards, I would have known that this jam nut, rotate this just a little bit, this nut here that jams up against this piece to keep it from turning, if you go too far back with it, it'll hit the lower, and that's why the pins wouldn't go in. Obviously the pins are in now. I had to take the whole handguard off, take the gas tube out. So now I have to realign everything. Had I known more about free float handguards, well, I would have known that. So there's a piece of information that'll hopefully help somebody else down the line. Anyway, I'm going to put it back together and I'll be right back. Everything's back together, just like it should be. Mag comes out. Well, this didn't drop free on any of my other mag or other ARs, so it's kind of impressive. It'll drop free on this one. Your bolt hold open, the real test for that is if you cock it and the bolt stays back on an empty mag, which it did. So we're all together, and looks like everything lines up good. Now, once your bolt is locked back, you should be able to drop the mag. And it'll stay back. So, that handguard is going to make me a little nuts, but hey, there she is. All I need now is my Optic. And for that, I'll be using the NCR Tactical Series Compact Scope. I liked this. I had it on before. It was not right for that rifle, so it's perfect for this one. Nice and small, and she'll sit on there. So let me get this mounted real quick and I'll be back. There it is, all done, ready to rock and roll. I'm pretty happy with how this build turned out. With the high rings on this scope, it sets perfect for me. I like that. So we're ready to roll. That is how the polymer upper and lower look together. I like it. I like it a lot. So, y'all stay safe. God bless. We'll be with you next time around.